Hi, guys. Welcome back to Two Moms, Too Much Coffee. This is Jashelle, and we also have.
Hey, it's Tempest. We have my favorite episode of the month today. It's our pop culture episode, and I really want to do the jingle. It's a good episode, I'm just saying.
It is a good episode. We all love pop culture. We all love the drama, if you will. I mean, I do because it's not my drama. So I'm excited to jump right on into it and starting strong because they just had the reunion. So we might as well. Love is blind.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, as I don't know if most of my listeners know, but I am from Columbus. And so it was an Ohio season. And Jashelle and I went to high school with one of the girls that got zero screen time, which is very exciting for her. Because I think, honestly, ideally, it's like you get on, you can meet all the people and not have any screen time so people aren't like scrutinizing you. I think that
Mm,
that's the ideal situation because the masses are crazy when it comes to Love is Blind.
I
That's for
agree.
sure.
I feel like I would be like, oh, like I wouldn't be hated, but then I'm I don't know. You could say one thing. I
Yeah.
don't know. I just feel like I probably would. I mean, especially if I was on an Ohio episode, because I mean, let's be real. I don't align politically with majority of Ohio, but I'm always like, oh, I wouldn't be hated, but I'm like, nah, I don't think I have thick enough skin for
Yeah.
that, honestly.
I mean, I think about it often, especially because I applied to be on two reality shows. And so I'm like, are the people that I may or may not have been not very nice to in middle school going to come out and be like, she was mean? And I'm just actually going to say it now. I was a little mean, but it was an insecurity of mine. It was not them. And I'm so sorry in advance. Please don't be mean to me.
Honestly, it's a good point because they would come out of the masses, and then I would be in the comments like, guys, like, I totally get it. I was there too, but she's changed. We're still best friends. It's
You
fine.
know,
We all have our things in middle school.
So anyway, the one I actually want to talk about is Love is Blind is Emma's sister.
Mm,
She had said I think it was quote, if I had the ability to go back, I would never have kids again. And the internet went crazy with that comment.
mhm.
And I'm actually curious on what your thoughts are about that statement from
Yeah,
her.
so I think when it first listened to it was the fact that she started off with like, "I don't regret my decision," but then then went into that sentence and like you can't preface that by saying you don't regret and then to have a sentence like that because that sentence is clear regret that you do. And I feel like everyone, you can have your own opinion. And that's probably something that should have stayed in her head, to be honest, or between her and her therapist, not on national television. But it honestly made me sad because it is hard being a mom, but I cannot imagine not having my kid. Like, I do not regret it at all. And that sentence is just pure regret. Like, imagine them watching that. I can imagine watching my mom say something like that and being like, okay, so you didn't want me actually? Like, you regretted having me? That's how it came across to me. And I think it's crazy, to be honest. I think it's insanity, but you know, I don't know.
Well,
I think it's
call me
crazy.
crazy.
Oh my God, Tempest. What?
I'm just kidding. Well, I'm not kidding. But I am okay. So I want to say that I get what I feel like I get what she was trying to say. And I do so there's a whole thing around like what if your kids hear this? And
Hmm.
fair. I think that that's so fair. I'm just trying to think if like my parents were like I wish I didn't have 6 kids and I only wish I had 3 and me being the 6th kid. I get it. Like, I'm not mad at them for that. Like, that's a lot. And so, like, that to me, like, you don't know what you don't know. However, I don't regret being a mom. but there is always a life out there that I was not a mom, like an alternate reality. And so like there is to me, I'm just like, I don't hate her for saying it. I don't think that the platform that she said it on was appropriate. And I do think that she was trying really hard to convince Emma not to get married and forced into children, which is also
Mhm.
important to say that I don't think that she's outwardly just like saying it willy nilly. I think she was trying to be like real talk, like momming is hard. It's not something you're just going to get talked into doing. And even people that have had children could, if they could go back, they would. And it is like an intense thing to say, but I don't like super blame her for saying it, I would say. Like,
Think when I was listening to her talk to Emma and, like, Mike, is that his name? Or am I
I
making
think
up?
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
When she was talking, like, she was taking up for her in the sense of, like, "Don't be forced into having kids, it is hard, yada, yada." I was on her side. But then when she said that sentence, it just was like, I think if it was like, it was more, if it was like, "I regret having them when I did," or like, "I wish I was older," or "I wish my career was at this point," blah, 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 blah. Like, I wish that component was different, but I think for me, it was the fact that it just sounded like she regretted them wholly. Granted, I know Love is Blind. They cut things, they edit things the way that they want. So very well, that could have been something that came across the way it didn't. But for me, I just was like, it just sounds like you regret your kids and that I don't know, I don't know. To
Yeah,
me,
I
it
do
just
think
was
that there
wild.
like, I don't think I could ever say those words, that if I could go back, I wouldn't do it, because then that would mean that Abel and Sequoia would not be here, and it's like, what world is that? Like, I don't
Mhm,
like that world. And so
mhm.
I do like, that is definitely, I think you're right. I think it is most appropriate between her and her therapist. I think that that's, like, the best way to put it,
Yeah,
because it
I
is that's a lot in there that
yeah,
she's saying.
there's a lot to unpack, and she could have probably there's probably a lot that she was trying to unpack in that sentence that it just wasn't long enough.
Mhm.
She probably would have been like, "Oh, because of X, Y, and Z, and this is how I felt, and maybe I don't have help with my husband, and maybe it's this," and, like, think that it was just too short of a sentence where it sounded like she needed to unpack a lot for us to maybe understand, but the way that it was either edited or the way that she just said it, I don't know. For me, I was like, "That's a wild statement,"
Yeah. Yeah.
but
I
I don't know.
I mean, I understand people that say that. I get it. Like, I'm not I can't fight about it, because it's like, yeah, you did say that out loud. I just also think that there are some set of women out there that are like, "Am I the only one feeling like this?" And
Mm,
sometimes it's nice to be heard, but maybe you can hear it with your therapist and not on national television where your kids can hear you.
yeah, I think that's perfectly said.
Yes. And our next topic, Taylor Frankie Paul
Damn, girl.
and Co. All of them. So, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is back out with their 4th
4?
season, I think. But currently, Taylor Frankie Paul is just dominating every headline I see. But I have not decided if I'm going to start watching this new season. I didn't finish the last one. They make me mad, and I won't say why, but they're just making me mad. And so, just show. Let's talk about the season, and I could just comment on it, I guess.
You haven't start okay. Mm.
Tell me what's going on.
I there's so much. Okay. For anyone that hasn't watched the season, pause, go watch it, come back because I'm gonna have some. Are you gonna watch it, Tempest? Can I say
I doubt
spoilers?
it.
Like what's okay. Problem number one that I have with Taylor. So usually I'm on her side because usually I'm like, girl, curse her out. She messed up. Do what you need to do. This season, she's been pissing me off. And just because she needs therapy and she's very well aware of that. She says it on the season. Like she's like, I know that something is wrong with my brain and I need to be rewiring it. But she does things like, for example, she's going on The Bachelorette or whatever, it's already recorded. And before she went on The Bachelorette, she had sex again with Dakota, unprotected. And I'm like, yes,
Jesus, girl.
you already have 2 kids, 2 baby daddies. Granted, that would be your
He's
same
got
baby
3
daddy.
kids.
Oh, yeah, 3 kids, 2 baby daddies. So it would still be the same baby daddy, but you're about to go on The Bachelorette, and it's just like you make these decisions that, like, that impacts your kids. Like, it's just like and it's past the point of like, oh, you're just learning your lessons and things like that, and like you're young, like you're just making these decisions on national television and they impact your family. Like I just don't understand that. And then she gets mad at her mom because her mom's like, why do you make these decisions? All of her friends, everyone's just like sick of it. And she's just like mad that people have things to say. And it's like, we've all been there where it's that friend.
Mhm,
You were that friend. That's like, girl, why do you keep doing this to yourself? That's where
mhm.
they're all at. And it's just frustrating to watch because I'm just like, why do you keep doing this to not only to yourself, but to your kids? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
That's
I
problem number one.
I so the first episode ever of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives was so intense. I was sad. I loved it so much because it was like
Mhm.
domestic violence and drinking and threesomes and cheating. It was like, this is chaos. I want to watch this. And then like it just like doesn't end with her. That girl has got so many issues. It turned into kind of, which I don't know if you've seen Vanderpump Rules, where you're
Mm-mm.
just kind of feeling bad, where you're like, this isn't fun to watch anymore. This person needs help, like every type of help. And now I'm seeing in the news that they halted production on Secret Lives because of another domestic violence incident with her.
Oh, I
And
did
I'm
not
just
know that.
like,
I didn't
yeah,
see that.
I
Was
saw it
it was the
today.
next season that they did that for?
Yeah,
That's coming out? Oh my
yeah.
God.
And I just like I saw somewhere that said Taylor Frankie Paul is the most ghetto bachelorette we've ever had. Like
They did it
like
for the ratings. Like, let's be real. They did it
come on.
because ratings were dropping and they were trying to get a new what are they called? What is the Bachelorette lovers called? There's like a word for them. Whatever. It's like that group that loves the Bachelorette. There's something. But
You're
anyway,
right. I can't think of what it's called right now.
someone will correct us. But I think they were trying to get like a new, I don't know, I was gonna say cohort
A new fan
generation
base.
fan base. Thank you. And used her and it was smart. But I mean like
But is it smart? There are like other people on Secret
mm,
Lives that are so much less problematic than
Miranda,
her, right? Like
Miranda,
there's so many you could probably keep going. Like who's the black one?
Layla.
Layla. Yeah, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
just like, come on.
Yeah. It shouldn't
It's
have been
she like
her.
they it frustrates me so much. And it frustrates me the most because they're like going on a reality show for dating when you have children to me is like when you have young children. I don't want to like judge the older people, but I am judging the people that are young that go on there with children because like this like everything you're doing right now is impacting your children and you're sitting here like just like doing it with like no thought to them or like not enough thought to them because if you thought about it you wouldn't be on the show because getting what you're going to get married like the premise of the bachelor is that you're going to get married at
Mhm.
the or I guess no sorry you're going to get engaged at the end to somebody that you've had what like 3 or 4 dates with and you have 3 children that have never even met them. I couldn't imagine getting engaged with somebody and they've not even met my children. I'm just like fully judging. So anybody can get mad at me for it, but I don't care.
I mean, people have talked about even with Amber on Love Is Blind, like the same thing, and Jessica and whatever. When you have a kid and you're marrying someone, you're bringing someone in your home that you don't know to a child. Like in all, it's again insanity. So I'm also judging, but it's my other thing with Secret Lives is dad talk. Dad talk is a thing now. Like they're just so like on there and I'm like they're just riding on their wives' coattails because there would be no dad talk without mom talk, but it's just funny. Like it's just hilarious because obviously like I don't know much about the Mormon religion, but I do know the fact that the dad is like the head of the household and that's the point of mom talk is that that is switched over. And so it's like Zach, for example, he's like wanted to be this head household and go to medical school, and he was this big jerk, and now he's like, I'm just gonna stay home and support Jen with her, like, support her career. And I'm like, cool, you're being a stay-at-home dad. That's great. That's amazing. But think about first season where he just was total trash and treated her like crap. And now he's like, actually, you're making us some money, so I'm gonna stay home and take care of the kids. And I'm like, I'm all for the dads. There's some dads that I watch on TikTok that I'm like, you're doing this way better than I'm doing. But something about dad talk, it just doesn't sit right with me. I don't know. It just doesn't.
I think honestly for me, it's because I just like never cared about the men.
I don't.
Like,
Why
I
are
don't
you
care
on
about you
it? Why are you
guys.
on the show? I
Right.
wanna
Like, I'm not
fast
watching
forward.
secret husbands of Mormon secret
Secret
lives of
Lives of Mormon
Mormon
Husbands.
husbands. Like, I'm not watching that. I don't care.
Yeah, no. I'm over dad talk. Um,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
fair.
yeah. Why are you on my screen? I think those are my biggest 2. I'm trying to think if there's
Okay.
another one.
Yeah. Those, I mean, that's pretty solid. I'm glad you gave me the synopsis because I just can't watch him.
I mean, I do need you to watch it just because it's good to talk to people about it.
Yeah. Well, maybe one day. Maybe I'll get bored enough, but there's like so much TV out there now that I doubt I'll
Yeah.
get bored enough. And with Hulu, which I know we share the Hulu, like it only works on my phone. And like I just like can't I'm like I pick everything else because it's on the TV and
It
then I
only
get to
works on
my
your
phone, I'm like,
phone.
oh shoot. So I'm like never on there except for to
Why does
watch
it only work on your phone?
You have it on the TV?
Yeah.
It does not work on my TV.
That sounds like a personal problem. Don't bring me into this.
That it is. Okay. But lastly, I want to talk about the very, very sweet tribute that Jack Osborne did with his 5th child, which, holy shit, Jack Osborne has 5 kids. Who
Mm,
knew?
I didn't.
Right? But he named his daughter Ozzy. And
Mm.
I think it's such a sweet tribute to her dad or his dad.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, and I've talked about it before. I lost my dad, so that's definitely something I know when we have a son, and I love that he did it for his daughter, but when we have a son, or if we do, we definitely want to name him some parts of my dad's name or something like that. But that's why we also named Naya Camilla because he picked my sister's middle name, and my dad went by Kamel, and so that's how he came up with Camilla. So I love that, and it definitely pulls on my heartstrings
Yes.
a lot.
I figured it might, and I love it. I love any type of tribute name, and obviously Ozzy Osbourne is so big in every household, so we all know and love them. We don't have to get into the daughter as of right now, the daughter of Ozzy, not the daughter of Jack. Um, but I just think it is a very sweet way to honor.
Yeah, and I think they took a photo of her with, like, a bat near her head in, like, remembrance of him, so I
Yeah.
thought that was really sweet too, but also, like, the 5th daughter and then finally getting that tribute name, like, you're special. You're a special one. I love it, so, yeah, very sweet.
Yes. But now I'm also realizing that so my brother and my dad have the same name, and they tell me all the because I always wanted to name my 3rd child Tempest, if it's a girl, because I have a great name and I love it. And my dad was always like, Don't do that," because, like, of the amount of issues that Bruce and my dad
Mhm.
Bruce, my brother Bruce, have because of that is so frustrating. He's like, "Don't name the same name." But now I'm realizing that she's gonna be Ozzy Osbourne, and so is he. And I feel like that's a cool problem to have. It's like, no, no, no. I'm not, super rich in a band, but who knows?
But it is my grandpa, so that is a
Right.
good problem to have, and I feel like they also probably don't have the same problems that normal people.
That is true.
So,
I'm sure that they
they
don't.
have people doing their paperwork and such, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are, like, small problems to them.
Yeah, it's true. Um, okay. Well, that's all I have. Do you have anything else?
No, fun episode. We love our pop culture Tempest episodes, so look for it monthly.
Yes. And do 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 do
Oh
do.
my
Two
god.
moms, too much coffee. Pop culture.
Did you work on that one, or
No.
that just happened? Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you guys all for listening. Please like, subscribe, share this episode with family and friends that you think would enjoy it. And we hope to see you next time. Thank you.
Bye, guys.